So this is a very, very important kind of question. Like I said, it's a very important. A parabola with a straight line. There's so many things you can ask about it. Okay? So you should see it a lot in exams. A parabola combined with a straight line. So let's look at this question first. So we got fx, the parabola, is x squared minus 9. Then we got the straight line, gx, is x minus 3. Okay? And then the first question is determine AB, which means the distance. Determine AB means the distance from A to B, if it says AB. Okay, you don't need to use the distance formula. You just need to know what's the x value at A and what's the x value at B. And then you can find the distance of AB. So how do we find the x values at A and B, which are the x-intercepts? Okay, we just put the equation of fx, because you see fx has x-intercepts at A and B. So we just put the equation x squared minus 9 equal to 0. So when you put the parabola equal to 0, you find your x-intercepts. So now we factorize. Okay, you're going to see in grade 10, whenever you factorize the parabola, it's always going to be the difference of squares. Okay, always the difference of squares. But you know how to do that. So x is equal to 3 or x equal to negative 3. So obviously now you know negative 3 is this one here. And that one is positive 3. So from 3 to negative 3, you say the distance AB is the 3 minus negative 3, which gives you 6 units. Okay? So one or two important things here. First of all, when you subtract them, you always put the bigger one first. The bigger value minus the smaller value. 3 minus negative 3. And then a negative and negative is positive. So it becomes 3 plus 3, which is 6 units. Okay? And the other thing is you don't need the distance formula. Okay? Because you're going straight that way. You're not going up or down or skew. You're going straight from this point to that point. So you just subtract the x values. Any horizontal distance, you only need to find the x values and subtract them when you get your horizontal distance. So that's the one kind of important question. Right, so now CD. After we got AB, next question determines CD. So we want the distance from there to there. Okay, so what we need is the y value there and the y value there. Okay, so remember, for a horizontal distance, you need the x values. For a vertical distance, you need the y values. Okay? Because it's the y value there up to the y value there that gives you the vertical distance. So what's the y value at C? If you look at the equation or the graph, gx, it's x minus 3. So the y-intercept is negative 3. The parabola is x squared minus 9. So that one is at negative 9. Okay? So all you do to find CD is you're going to say CD is the y value at C, negative 3, minus the y value at D, negative 9. You just subtract the y value there. Always the bigger y value first, the higher y value first, minus the lower y value. And then that will give you 6 units. Okay, because it's negative 3 plus 9, which is 6 units. So you need the y-intercepts, which you can see there, and then you just subtract them, and then you get the vertical distance. The next question is to determine EF. Okay, EF is from there to there. Obviously, F is 0 because it's on the x-axis. So when you're on the x-axis, okay, you're still at 0. So there's your x-axis, there's your y-axis, and if you haven't gone up or down, F must be 0. But we need to find E to subtract the 2 and find the distance of EF. Okay? So we need to determine EF, which means we must first determine E. Now this is something very important. If they say determine E, if that was a separate question, determine E, the intersection of the parabola and the straight line. Can you see E is where the parabola and the straight line intersect? Okay? So if that's the question, all you do is you put the equation of the parabola equal to the equation of the straight line. Okay? You say put x squared minus 9 equal to x minus 3. Think about it. Just think about it. When you put the parabola equal to the straight line, what do you find? You find a place where they are equal to each other. It's going to be E and B. That's the two places where they're equal to each other. Okay, so that's what we're going to solve here. So now, because it's a square, take everything over, put it equal to 0, factorize it, and solve. X equal to 3, x equal to negative 2. Now, let's look at this. We got two solutions, x equal to 3, x equal to negative 2. So obviously, if you think about it, that negative 2 must be the intersection here. That's the intersection there. Okay, that's x equal to negative 2. And this one, x equal to 3, is the one there, B. So there has to be two solutions, because the straight line and the parabola intersect twice. The one place where they intersect is at negative 2, x equal to negative 2. The other place where they intersect is at x equal to 3. So we got the x value at E, which is negative 2. Okay, but that's not enough. We need the y value. We know now it's at x equal to negative 2. But to determine EF, we need the y value there and the y value there. So now that we know it's at negative 2, we put the negative 2 into any one of those two equations because they intersect there. And let's say we put it into the straight line. If you say now G, now let's make it F negative 2. It's going to be negative 2 squared minus 9. That's 4 minus 9 is negative 5. And then you got the y value there. So therefore EF will be 0 minus negative 5, which gives you 5 units. Okay? Let me just explain the last part again. Take the negative 2, your x value, put it into the graph. Any one of the two, if you put it in here, it would have been G negative 2, which is negative 2 minus 3, which is also negative 5. Or you can put it in here, get negative 5. So you know the y value, because you put your input value negative 2 in, you got the output value negative 5 out. And then 0 minus negative 5 gives you 5 units. So EF is 5 units. Right, so I'll just explain that last part again. After you get the negative 2, you can take the negative 2 and put it into the straight line or into the parabola. Because you know negative 2 at E is for the parabola and for the straight line where they intersect. So when I put the negative 2 in here, negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. When I put the negative 2 in there, negative 2 squared is 4 minus 9 is also negative 5. So I know my y value at E must be negative 5. And then from 0 to negative 5, 0 minus negative 5 gives you a distance of 5 units for EF. That's the distance of EF, the vertical distance. Right, so let's say now the next question is, where is fx bigger than gx? Where is the parabola bigger than the straight line? So fx means the y values, gx means the one. Where is the y values of this one bigger than the y values of this one? Okay? So what you can do is you can first look at where do they intersect. Okay, we said they intersect there and there. So this part here, can you see this red part here is where the parabola f is below the straight line, the red part. You can color it in if you want to. So if you know where it's below, from negative 2 up to 3, for x, it's below, then where is it above? Where is it above? It's the other parts. Okay, so your answer is x must be smaller than negative 2, or x must be bigger than 3. Okay, it's this part here. Here, f is bigger than the straight line, and this part here, the blue part, you can clearly see f is above the straight line. There's the straight line, There's the parabola, it's bigger than the straight line, it's above. So where does that happen? When x is on this side, smaller than -2, or when x is bigger than 3 on that side. If the question was the other way around, if the question said, where is gx bigger than fx, where's the straight line bigger than the parabola, it's this part in the middle, then your answer would have been x must be bigger than -2 and smaller than 3. Then it's between the two, that the straight line is bigger than the parabola.